exactly in a place like this?
Let's just hope that you all have an exciting visit, that the book which I shall write will knock my colleagues back on their heels.
Here, here.
And now that we are all here, shouldn't we get better acquainted? We only know names apart. Like I know that is Eleanor who wears the red sweater, and so consequently that Theodora wears the yellow.
Well, Dr. Montague has a beard, so you must be Luke.
And you are Theodora, because I am Eleanor.
And I don't have a beard, so you must be Dr. Montague.
Exactly. And I have a beard because my wife likes it.
Well, now that we do know each other better, I'm in private life. Let's see, what life?
And I'm an artist model. I live a mad, abandoned life, draped in a shawl going from garret to garret.
Are you heartless and wanted?
You're losing your beauty and coughing a good deal.
I'd rather think I'm a heart of gold. At any rate, my affairs with the talk to cafes.
And I'm the daughter of the Lord of Men. Ordinarily, I go clad in silky lace, but I borrowed my maid's finery too here among you. I may, of course, become so enamored of the common life that I shall never go back, and the poor girl will have to give us some new clothes. Oh, what about you, Dr. Montague?
A pill. A water.
I drew the congenial little group. The house has surely never seen our life.
Well, I give you honor to Hill House. I've never seen its like. And this room, for example. What on earth is it called?
A parlor, perhaps, considered to be more comfortable than any of the other rooms in the house. It's well located, kind of serving as a center of operations, if you will. May not be cheerful,
Of
but
course it's cheerful. What could be more exhilarating than a ruin upholstery and safe grid walls and what's that over there? The door to the snake.
tomorrow you will see it all for yourselves. Explore the entire house. As for that door that leads into the stone tower, which you might have noticed as you came up the drive.
But that was at the far corner of the house. You're in the middle, without even a window.
Let's just say that the house is little oddities.
We ought to make practice of leaving the door.
Perhaps taught them something. Every door in this house swings shut when you let go of it.
I'll make that our first note. Door stops. Lots of them. Now, shall we see about dinner?
Yes, but why are we here?
That's exactly what I was going to ask, Doctor. Why are we here? What are we doing in Hill House? What's going to happen?
Actually, I know quite little about Hill House, except by reputation, of course. And as what is going to happen, I do not know as of now, but I think tomorrow is good enough to talk about it, I think.
No, Doctor. We are 2.5 intelligent people. One long way to be here at Hill House. We'd like to know more.
Perhaps I told you the story of Hill House, and you wanted to leave. How would you leave? Tonight? The house has its history of insistent hospitality, if you were. The last person who tried to leave in darkness, mind you, it was 18 years ago, got killed at the turn in the driveway. His horse bolted and crushed him against the big tree.
But we're not, are we?
You are an assistant group of assistants. Here, I will burn in my notes. There's a concept that some houses are considered unfit or forbidden, if you were. Just like some houses, like a church, for example, would be considered good or holy. Hill House, for whatever the reason, has been inhabitable for some 20 years now, and well, I don't know if it was either because of the people that lived here or the way they lived their lives here, or if it was just evil from the start. Not quite sure. But what I do intend is to answer all the questions that we can while we're here. I mean, no one even knows why some houses are considered haunted.
What else could you call the house?
Sick, perhaps, or disturbed, or leprous. But ours will do for now. Now, if you don't know, there will always be those who are ready to discount the eerie or mysterious. What I will ascribe to psychic disturbances, they'll call to, I don't know, like subterranean wires, electrical currents, even sunspots. Anything to bring it out into the open and give a clear explanation. But I will have you know that it's not always so easily done. I've had an interview with every single tenant who has ever lived in the house. All less patiently, but given natural reasons for doing so. Whether it was the dampness or pressing business elsewhere, and whatever else, they would always give some sort of reason to leave. Every time I tried to press them further, they would always come up with nothing. But they all did say one thing over this house: be as far away from it as possible. They wanted it burned down and its secrets with it.
Then there was a scandal.
Very definitely. Suicide, madness, and lawsuits. But the truth of it tells us reasons for being haunted remain to be probed. Why don't you two ladies with me? You, Theodora, because of your psychic, your telepathic abilities. You, Eleanor, because of your past experience with poltergeist phenomena. Together, I hope we are able to induce the power of the house to reveal itself.
But that was so long ago. I hardly remember.
I think that all we want is something we can understand and put together.
Exactly. First question is this: do you want to leave before you become more deeply involved?
No, and I'm sorry about this afternoon. I shouldn't have let myself get so frightened.
Nonsense. We're no more frightened than I was. We were both scared to death.
Maybe all have cause for nervousness. Seeing the house for the first time is a rude shock.
I thought he was gonna send the car into the big tree.
We had up to leave now if we wanted. I mean, Mrs. Montague, Mrs. Dudley would never forgive us.
Yes, of course. But to go on, the house was built some 80 years ago by a man named kind of a little country home for his family. Actually, it's quite luxurious for its time, but from the beginning it was a very sad house. Ukraine's young wife died minutes before they were to set their eyes upon it, as a matter of fact. The carriage overturned in the drive. They were crushed to death. Ukraine was a sad, bitter man, but he had two daughters to bring up, so he did not leave the house.
Children grew up here?
Poor things.
But to go on, the man married twice more, as a matter of fact. And, Ukraine had left the two girls to the care of governors. But after his third wife died, he left the house, remained abroad, and sent the two daughters to live with a cousin of their mother's.
Well, I hope their lives were jolly rather than that. I can't think of children growing up like mushrooms in this dark place.
To be fair, the two daughters never got along too well. And after Ukraine died, they kept bickering over it until the younger one married.
Told Mrs. Sue's brother about.
Maybe. But at any rate, it said that the older sister was crossed in love. So she came back here to live alone at first until she found a village girl to stay with her as a sort of companion, housekeeper. When the older sister died, the companion insisted that the house was given to her by her. But the younger sister and her husband went into court trying to prove that the older sister was tricked into giving it away. There was even a suggestion of murder. They lost the case, and they never stopped trying to get the house back by any means necessary. At one point, the companion was even forced to ask for police protection. You see, the villagers, they sided with the sister, so the companion was not only bedeviled, but loved. Eventually, she killed herself.
Killed herself? She had to do that? Oh Lord, she should have gone away. As far as she could go.
In a sense, she did. She hung herself along that stone tower beyond that door.
Suicide? Murder? Burglary? A happy place, this.
Oh, I can't forget those two poor little girls. Trying to play dolls, maybe. And here in those awful bedrooms upstairs.
the house is sitting here